How's it going, everyone? This is Asia Sky, and welcome to the very first Blue Dream Music Group podcast. We have so much to talk about. I want to first start off by saying thank you for taking the time to check us out. We have so much that we want to unfold, so let me just get right into it. We are a recording label based in Miami, Florida, with incredible, crazy talent. The first artist that I want to talk about is DJ Access Code. You can find her on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. If you look up Access Code, she just released an album called Estranged. It's actually crazy amazing. If you're into EDM, please go check that out. I'm going to play a short clip of one of the songs called Just Breathe on the Estranged album that she just put out. There are 7 songs on the album, so if you love this song, you'll definitely want to hear the rest. Super lit. That is a banger, so definitely check that out. Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music is all there. So a little background information about DJ Access Code. She is from Brazil. She is a DJ and a producer. She has performed in many different countries. Ibiza, she went crazy over there. Everybody loved her. Most recently, she did a festival in Sao Paulo in Brazil, which is around the area that she's from. I know that was super special, so you'll get lots of footage from that here soon. I'll let you know when that comes out. And if you're looking for her on Instagram, it's Access Code with an extra E at the end, so it's at ACCESSCODEE if you're looking for her on IG. So all the EDM lovers, go check that out, Estranged, on all streaming platforms. And the next artist that I want to talk about is Where's Hidden. He is literally one of the most talented, crazy, amazing rappers that I've ever met in my whole life. And I've met a lot of rappers. Hidden is literally one of the best rappers I ever met because of all the things that I've seen him do. His talent just outshines so many other artists. I've seen him produce a track, he rapped to it and recorded it and just did it all in the same day. And it's like not even on the same world. He's on a whole different level from all other artists. And I'm telling you, I really think that, at this rate that he's going, he literally could potentially, and this is really difficult for me to say, but I'm going to say it anyway, I think he has the potential to be better than Wayne. And Wayne is my favorite rapper. So when I say that, I really mean that, for real. Y'all need to go check out Where's Hidden. I'm going to play a short clip of one of the songs from his new project that's coming out. This song is called How Do I? It is going to be on his new EP called The Purple EP. So check out this clip. I know you're going to love it.
Inside your eyes, I'm getting in. Make you feel I see when you hit my phone right. I'm finna get your tone right. Make you feel love. Just like got her acting up. Yellow shorty bad as fuck. Protect wrist glow. Let me cut my wrist flow. Bad bitch.
And I'm telling you, that boy got some fire music coming out. We just shot a video in Miami with Frank Yang. He's one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. He helped film the video. It's gonna be crazy. So be on the lookout for that. If you're looking for him on IG, you can find him at Where's Hidden 1603. But the O is like a literal O. So it's WHERESHIDDEN 16, the letter O, 3 if you're trying to find him on IG. And he's got another new music video that we're about to release shortly called Baby Crying. It was also shot by Frank Yang. And I'm telling you, this video is the sickest rap video I've ever seen. Not even kidding. So I can't wait till y'all see that. And the next rapper I want to talk about is Playboy Hef. He's one of the most littest rappers that I've ever met. He's from Detroit, Michigan, and he's really been just taking over. We also shot a music video for him too down here in Miami, also shot by Frank Yang. I'm telling you, it's a whole different level. Like, y'all don't want to miss this. This is crazy. So one of the songs I'm going to show you is from the new music video that he's going to release soon called Tidal Wave. This was so fun to help with the production side and just be there and just see how everything works and just watching how this video is coming together. It is really exciting. I can't wait for y'all to check that out. So again, this song that I'm going to show you is called Tidal Wave, and you can find that on all streaming platforms too.
Drip, drip, splash, drip, drip, splash, splash. We on the tidal wave, we on the tidal wave. We screaming cold blood, surfing and surfing on them. We on the tidal wave, don't wanna see the come up. We on the tidal wave, so watch out at any moment. I'm feeling wavy on these lanes, ain't no wiping out, ho.
Yeah, that boy is going crazy. He is super lit. Literally one of the littest, probably actually the littest rapper I've actually physically met. So definitely go check him out. He is on all streaming platforms. You can find him on Instagram at Meechieloc724. So it's at MEECHEIELOC 724. Yeah, and be sure to show him some love. I've seen him perform, and he's just absolutely crazy when he performs. Everybody loves it. He just always grabs the crowd's attention. So be on the lookout for all his new projects. So Tidal Wave by Playboy Hef, new music video dropping here really soon. Be on the lookout for that because that is another crazy, amazing video by Frank Yang, my favorite YouTuber of all time. And the last person that I'd like to talk about on the label is none other than myself. My name is Asia Sky. I'm actually also COO of Blue Dream Music Group as well. I have been in music pretty much most of my whole life. I've been playing piano since I was about 3 years old. I sing, I rap, I co-produce, I record, all of that. So I'm gonna share with you a song that I did. It's called Scream. This is from my EP called The Goddess. You can find that as well on all streaming platforms. And this song, Scream, I've actually performed it a decent amount of times here in Miami. So check it out.
Come with me, yeah. When you love the kind of things that people talk, that people say, and when it's loud, just hit it slow, 'cause you don't want to waste the smoke. Tell me what you want from me. I got that kind of shit to make you feel so free. Early in the morning, get you on your knees. You got that kind of girl to make you roll and scream, scream. Tell me what you want from me. I got that kind of shit to make you feel so free. Early in the morning, get you on your knees. You got that kind of girl to make you roll and scream, scream.
All right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. If you want to find my song on all streaming platforms, you just type in my name, Asia Sky, and you can find it on the Goddess EP, and that song is called Scream. And of course, if you wanted to follow me on IG, my IG is the official Asia Sky, so it's at THEOFFICIALASIASKY. So those are the main 4 artists that we have here on the label. Me, Access Code, Where's Hidden, and Playboy Hef. We are all really talented people, so definitely check out our work. Because what we do is not like just a typical person that just gets up and decides that, hey, I want to be an artist one day. No, we spend a lot of time, effort, energy in our life into our craft. And that's why we're all just so talented and really talented in our own ways. We all have a distinct sound. We have new merch on our website. You can check it out at www.bluedreammg.com/shop. Check out all the merch from all the artists. It's super lit. I really like some of the pants on there. Oh, I know I mentioned before that we are Blue Dream Music Group. We are located in Miami, Florida, and I just want to let you know it's been really wild here in Miami the past few weeks. It's been spring break, it's been ultra, just a lot of people just been over here. And unfortunately, there were a couple of shooting deaths here, so y'all please be careful when y'all come to Miami. I know when people come to Miami, they want to let loose and party and enjoy, and that's what a lot of Miami is about. But at the same time, like all that violence, like, is it really that necessary? People trying to just enjoy themselves. Like, that's why they come here, vacation. And you shouldn't have to worry about, like, hey, if we're going to go to the beach and somebody's going to start shooting. Like, so y'all just be careful out there. I was reading about some of the articles on the news, and I saw one about this girl named Ronnie from Pittsburgh, just literally a few feet away from the shooting. And, you know, that could have been her too. So just be aware when you're in a large crowd like that, you know, anything can happen. At the end of the day, this stuff has to stop. Like, this is Miami. This is literally like one of the party capitals of the world, and they close South Beach at 12 a.m. Like, that's pretty kind of lame, you know? I don't know. Me personally, I just want Miami to be at least one of the places that people can enjoy without having to worry about all that freaking nonsense. But of course, it's like, they always got one person that fucks it up because they can't control their emotions. Like, that's the problem with a lot of people nowadays. Like, they're just not emotionally aware of how to react to stuff, you know? With any reaction, there's gonna be some sort of consequence. Like, if you go out there and you start shooting people up because you mad or at something that happened to you, do we not think about the aftermath? Do we not think about the consequences of what is going to happen once we do something so wild like that? And I think that's the problem with most humans, is just the fact that they just don't think about what's going to happen beyond even today. Everybody's just does what's in front of them and they react on it, and then they wonder why shit gets fucked up at the end of the day. Me personally, I kind of tested this out a lot. Every time I knew that I did something that wasn't right, something eventually almost immediately got fucked up. So that's why, me personally, I decided to try to do things the best way that I could and just do things with overall more integrity, because I think that the world needs much more of that. And that's something that I've been working on the past 8 or 9 years. And I've just seen how my life has transformed so much more when I've actually tried to do the right thing. Doing the wrong thing, you know, there's a lot of benefits to that. I think the world is kind of twisted. You can obviously get a lot of money if that's all you're into with not doing the things that aren't the right things. But when you live a right way and you start doing things that with more integrity, there's just something that just overcomes in your life, that you just feel that you're more at peace with yourself. And I think that's what a lot of people are searching for, inner peace. Because when you're at peace with yourself, I mean, there's not a whole lot that can really bring you down. What people say or do to you, it's not gonna matter, because that's a reflection of them. But when you can go to bed every night and you know that there's nothing weighing on your conscience, on your soul, it makes so much more of a difference. I honestly think we would have much more violence if people just actively try to work on themselves instead of try to blame everybody for what's going on with them. Everybody has a story. Everybody has things happen to them. And although many things do happen to us, we can't focus on that, because it brings us down and it takes away from our own inner peace. Like, do you think everybody who's sitting right now in the prison, who went to jail for murder, really thought about what life was going to be during the time that they made that decision to kill somebody. They realized the reality of them having to sit in a jail cell for sometimes multiple decades. Was that moment really worth it to them to get revenge or whatever they needed to do to feed into that anger that they felt at that particular moment, or whatever they felt that led them to do that? Just saying, like, I get mad all the time. Like, I want to cuss people out all the fucking time. Like, people are really fucking annoying, and I can't help that, but I can help how I act. I can help how I react. A lot of people don't know that when I was about 15 years old, my mom died, but she did teach me some really cool and interesting things. And one of the main things that she did teach me was that in life, 90% of things are how you react to them, and 10% are what happened to them. And that really stuck with me. I've tested it out. Every time I've reacted really fucked up, shit just didn't work out. So now when I get pissed off at someone, I really, 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 really bite my tongue. And even if I don't want to, it always just works out better for me. Unless I have to fight them back, like, it's really not that worth it. It's not worth the time, the effort, the energy. So I really hope this time next year when people start doing spring break in Miami that y'all just take the time and think about the consequences. Like, if you decide to like kill somebody or beat somebody up or some shit, there's gonna be consequences eventually. Maybe not today, tomorrow, but that's just how the universe works. Like, just stuff is always gonna come back to you. There's a price to pay for every single thing that you do. So y'all be safe out there, and hopefully this time next year people will try to get it together. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I think just people just have an issue with just controlling their emotions altogether, and it's really something that a lot of people aren't even aware of. Like, oh, I can't help the way I act. Well, maybe in that moment you might feel like that, but you really can't. So y'all, when y'all come to Miami, let's just try to do this right. Like, let's just make this place a place full of good vibes. Much as possible. This is our life. We got one life to live. Like, why live a life full of anger, pain, resentment, killing? Why live like that? And if you live a life like that where you feel like, man, I gotta fight somebody every day, why don't you kind of like check yourself on that? Because that's not really normal. Like, I've been all over the US, all over the world, and I do notice in certain cultures people just like to fight. Like, I don't know, it's just something in them. They just want to beat somebody's ass. But I just want to let y'all know, like, what Muhammad Ali said, there's more to life than going and beating somebody up. So y'all stay safe out there and just kind of think about things a little bit more than maybe what you did last year. All right, so next thing I want to talk to y'all about is Miss Tennessee police officer. Y'all, this is crazy. I just want to let y'all know I'm not like the biggest fan of police enforcement. Like, I appreciate what they do, but also I do know that there is a dark side to the police force. So the ones that are doing the right thing, I really appreciate y'all. But for the ones that aren't, I really hope that, the universe exposes y'all in some way. So, as y'all know, Miss Tennessee police officer was fired from her job at the police department in Tennessee after basically she let multiple other police officers that work with her run train on her. And that itself is wild to me. It's like, how did it all come about? Like, how did everybody find out? So she is a married police officer who basically engaged in many acts with a lot of the other police officers. From a lot of the newspaper articles, it was just kind of like a thing that happened a lot. Like, she was doing stuff with one of the police officers' wives and stuff. It just seems really just out there, just even for a normal person, and for a person that's supposed to be protecting and serving. I hope she protected and served herself. But anyway, she lost her job, and then other police officers also either lost their job or got suspended. And they were doing all kind of hot tub parties, just wild stuff. And me, when I'm thinking all of this, I'm like, is she doing this on the clock? Are they really like banging each other on American tax dollars? Like, what the fuck? But the whole plot twist to this is the fact that she got a lawyer and everything, and they're basically saying that she was groomed to be doing this in the police department. Basically, almost like an initiation. She was sexually groomed in her work environment to fuck the other police officers for whatever reason, and she apparently felt a lot of pressure to do these things. It's pretty wild, like, so I don't really know what to say about it, but at the end of the day, I don't know. It's tough because I know that there are a lot of women out there that have had really bad experiences in the work environment, even like being sexually assaulted even at work. So I can see some truth to that, but I do think it's kind of interesting that she is a police officer who's supposed to know the law and things like that. So if she were in the situation where she was a victim, wouldn't she reach out to someone that's higher up if she was feeling this kind of pressure? And I don't know. I just think the whole story is pretty wild. I mean, if she was a victim, I'm really sorry to hear that. But at the same time, for me, things don't add up. So I want to hear your opinion about that. If you have any insight or what do you think about it, feel free to message me on IG. It's at the official Asia Sky. I mean, I don't really care too much about getting to the bottom of the specifics of who did what and who felt this way at this particular moment with that story, but I do feel bad for people that are being framed for sexual misconduct. I feel like there's been a decent amount of that happen. For example, my father actually experienced that before I was born. He was dating a girl, and her family was really religious, like Jehovah's Witness. Well, they walked in on them having sex, and the girl told her parents that, he was raping me, because she was scared about what her parents would say. So my father ended up spending time in a jail cell because this girl lied and said that she was raping him, and he wasn't doing that. Well, unfortunately, a few months after he was in the jail cell, she admitted that my father didn't rape her, and she ended up hanging herself. And oddly enough, we're actually still friends with her parents, but that could have been avoided from her just telling the truth. So I'm not out here trying to victim blame or victim shame, but at the same time, if someone is accusing someone of sexual misconduct after it was pretty much consensual, that's really wrong. And I'm speaking from a woman. Like, if a woman says that a guy raped her, they're gonna believe her over the guy anyway. So y'all just be out. Again, y'all be careful out there. You never know what people are gonna do at the end of the day. So yeah, everyone, like I said, this is the first Blue Dream podcast that we're having. Over the next few weeks, months, years, we're going to have even more and more people join the show, talk about different topics. We also have our CEO, Dr. Jason Lakatos, who's also going to come on the show and just talk to us about a lot of news in the health. There's actually a lot of things that he's told me about what's going on in the hospital that, maybe y'all should know about. So I think I'm just going to wait for him to tell y'all. I don't want to say too much or too little. So be on the lookout for him. We might get him to talk on either on the next show or the show after that, but we'll announce that. We're also going to be doing giveaways and things like that. So you'll definitely want to stay posted with the podcast so that you know when the next giveaway is going to be. And of course, we're going to have our artists on here as well, just talking about their projects and everything they're working on as well. So I'm not going to hold you all too much longer. This is the first podcast once again, so I appreciate y'all taking time to listen, hear about our artists and some of the interesting things that I find on the news. And what separates us from a lot of the other music labels is that we do allow the artists to have creative control, pretty much 100% creative control in what they do for their music. This is pretty contrary to when I was signed to a couple record labels that I'm no longer a part of. Back in the day, I was signed to a few, and they wouldn't let me do anything that I wanted to do. They wouldn't let me promote how I wanted. They wouldn't let me record how I wanted. And so we take a lot of pride in that aspect of our company. And also, we're a big family too. So when you get a chance, just give us a follow on IG at Blue Dream MG. So it's at BLUEDREAMMG, so that you can be updated with all the upcoming podcasts, who we're going to bring on the show, what's the next projects coming out from each of our artists, giveaways or more. And if you have any ideas or anything that you want us to talk about, feel free to reach out to us at Blue Dream MG at our IG, and we'll consider that. And stay tuned for next week for our special guest. And the last thing I want to bring up is a movie that I'm super excited about. It comes out really soon. It's called Air. It is the Nike Air Jordan movie with Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. I'm really excited to see that. We're getting the early tickets because y'all know me. I love some Nike. I always have. I've been emotionally attached to Nike, okay? I used to grow up in England, and so I'll never forget. I used to go to Nike Town in London. I spent hours designing Nike shoes over there. It was wild. So we'll talk about that. We'll give you a little review about that the next show. All right. Well, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Y'all stay safe and enjoy. Okay, tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. Hey, sexy.
Come on down.
Hey, sexy.
And get it.
Hey, sexy.
I'm waiting for you.
Hey, sexy.
Yeah.
Dímelo.
Hey, sexy.
Ahorita. Hey, ¿qué quieres hacer? ¿Qué quieres hacer?